Good morning, Miami Gardens. All right. I'm live again. So this is game number 4, and I'm in the community of Leslie Estate number 4. I started a little late this morning because of the rain, but I'm out here again to show you from a different perspective the sidewalk situation. So for those who don't know, for the last 3 games, I've been documenting the fact that the sidewalks here on Northwest 27th Avenue, 199th Street, have been blocked off for residents getting to the sidewalk. Now, I've been coming from the corner of 199th and 27th Avenue. However, I'm going to walk this way and see if I'm able to, good morning, go in. I see there's someone here, so I don't know if that's security that's going to block me from getting to the bus stop, but we'll see. Because where the hell's the bus stop? Oh, is it down here? Oh, it's a look. Is that far away? No, there's a bus stop down here. Hi, good morning. Are you security or something? You can't walk here? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, what? It's stopping you from down there.
Yeah, you can go all the way down.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Thanks, you too. All right, so as you can see, look, I'm walking here. This is the width of the sidewalk. So imagine you're trying to walk, you have a wheelchair or a walker. Maybe a baby stroller can get through here, but this is half the sidewalk. This is half the sidewalk here. And my thing is this. I've contacted all 6 of the current city council members, including the mayor, via email, spoke at city council meeting. I even contacted the ADA coordinator at Miami-Dade County who referred me, because there's a whole bunch of them, so I didn't know which one. So I contacted the one that works for Daniela Levine Cava, Mayor Daniela Levine Cava, and she directed my letter to the correct person. Here's the thing. Why the heck is this blocking almost the entire sidewalk? This is half the sidewalk that's completely blocked. So if you're someone who needs to get to the bus stop, and mind you, I'm coming from the opposite way, because right on the corner of 199th and 27th Avenue, there's usually 2 security guards, and you cannot even get in there. So I'm going to show a different perspective so that you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know if they made any changes. When I drove by yesterday, it was still blocked. That fence was still there, blocking entrance from, if you're walking north on the sidewalk on 27th Avenue, you cannot get to the sidewalk. I repeat, you can't get to the sidewalk. I don't understand who thought this was a great idea. But alas, here we are. So I'm going to get to it, because I don't know. If the video is bad, please let me know, because you know I'm walking. So it might be a little bit bad. But anyway, good morning, everyone who's just coming in. I'm just showing a different perspective of the sidewalk and how it's difficulties for folks who are trying to use or get to the bus stop. Now, as you can see here, right here, see this area here? This is what I'm talking about. That is the opposite side over there, which is 27th Avenue and 199th Street. Look, it's security again. Look. This is the fence. Look at this. I want you guys to understand. This is the fence that prevents residents from walking here. And like I said, last week I was told by the security, and mind you, there's security guards here. Why? It's a sidewalk. It's 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. Why is this blocked off? See where the garbage can is right here? Impassable. So if you need to catch the bus, you have to walk from all the way over there on, I think 199 Terrace, Or see this young lady right here? I'm gonna try. I know the sun is, she's walking, I don't know if she's walking in the street or barely on the tip of the side. No, well, she has to walk in the street. There you go. She has to now walk in the street to get to her location, which is probably, I don't know. She looks like a security guard. I'm not sure. My point being this. It makes no sense that these sidewalks are blocked off. Why? I understand there was an issue, but it could have been done differently so that residents are able to access the sidewalks during the week when you have the actual game starting, what is it, an hour before, so forth. Then if you need to do what you need to do, that's different. But for it to be blocked off completely, so we're talking about from the beginning of the game, this sidewalk has been blocked off for access to this, and so I've been coming for the last 3 games. I've been at 27, the corner of 27th and 199. So I decided this morning I'm going to come from this area, which is 199th Terrace and 27th Ave, because I wanted you guys to see exactly what I'm talking about when I say it's completely fenced off. Completely fenced off, and they want you, if you are coming from that direction, they want you to walk in the street. As you see that young lady right there that just showed, she was walking in the street on the opposite side. The sidewalk that's beside the stadium, however, is a wider sidewalk. So you're able to have this concrete here and still have room. That's not the case. They even blocked that off over there right now. It was open last week, the first game, it was blocked off. I mean, it was not blocked off. So you were able to walk through and get this. Look at that. That's even blocked off. Why? Why is this blocked off? Let me see. Wow. I can't see. Sorry, I'm trying to read your comment. Wow, shake my head. I'm sure they had meetings about this and no one cared and realized it. Listen, I've been trying to, since last year, myself and several other residents wanted to get, we spoke to a few people, but when in terms of the city, I don't know who was at the proverbial table, right, so to speak. Who was at the table when it came to how this was going to go down? I know I wasn't at the table, and I don't know of any other resident that I spoken to who's very vocal on a lot of things, or very, advocates here in the community. I know of none of them. I could be wrong. I don't know everything. I don't see everything. However, for the people that I have spoken to who do know a little something, they were not aware. They knew there was going to be some sort of fencing, but to this extent where it completely blocks off access to the the sidewalk as well as to the bus stop, I think it's wild. Now, I know these security guards saw me here last game, which was Wednesday, whenever the last game was. I was over here, and I'll be here for the next 3 games showing this situation because it needs to be talked about. Now, I know there are a few people who talked about the fact that you were unable to get into the shopping centers last game because they taped off the entrances. So if you wanted to get into Aldi, you had to drive, and even you had to drive either to 199th Street, or you had to drive and make a U-turn, which you're really not supposed to make a U-turn at the light near the Starbucks, and then go back where the beauty supply shop is, and then you were able to get into that shopping center. Why? Why not have a conversation with the community? Hey, these are the things that are going to happen. And then have a conversation with the ADA department. Should always be involved with this, because you do have people who have disabilities, young, old, it doesn't matter. Disability is a disability. You have people with children. They may have, twins or triplets or what have you, and they have double wide strollers that need to access this sidewalk and they're unable to. And don't tell me that folks have to go over here in the grass, because guess what? I'm known from speaking to folks who do utilize wheelchairs and walkers. The sand is their enemy. Had a whole conversation when it came to karaoke in the garden And they made adjustments there with that because, you know, you have to be mindful with those things. But yeah, the fact that the gate is open and there is no clear walkway is liability way. Listen, look at this. Why even close this? You have a bus, you have a seat right there for the trolley. Then you have this bus stop here. So you have two areas for folks to sit down, but you can't even walk through here. Why? It makes no sense to me. I want folks to be aware of this, and I will continue to talk about this. I will continue to contact folks in the county, in the city. I'm just going to continue to put it out there. Even after these games are over, I'm still going to talk about it because residents need to be at the table. There needs to be debriefing after these large-scale events. As I've said before, I'll say it again, large-scale events held by the stadium and the city. Because coming up July 4th, the city is going to have 4th of July at Risco Park. If you live in that area by Barbara Hawkins, Carroll City Middle School, Barbara Hawkins Elementary, what's over there? St. Monica's. Where's everyone going to park? Because from my understanding, they are going to park at Carroll City High School parking, but that can only hold so much. And then there's probably going to be some parking at Risco Park, but that's only going to hold so much. And you're going to have folks everywhere. There needs to be consensus when we have large-scale events where folks are going to park and how it impacts the community around you. So I'm by 27th Avenue, so of course it's a little loud. But yeah, I just wanted to just bring it back to you guys again to let you know that if you do have to get the bus here at 27th Avenue and 199th Street, unfortunately you are unable to walk north on the sidewalk. You will either have to walk in the street, which I saw a lot of people do last week, or you're going to have to go through Lake Leslie Estate number 4 and get there. That's the only way, and I think it's ridiculous. So, yeah. Oh, did you know it was fenced?
No, I was reading the sign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I'm trying to get the bus, but I'm reading to see where's the next stop gonna be.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Is it open over there? Okay, you should be up. Hopefully. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's just my 10 cents today. It's not gonna be long because the humidity is hitting today, and luckily it's a little bit breezy. But yeah. 2 security guards on the sidewalk, a security guard over there. It's 9 something in the morning, or whatever time it is in the morning, and everybody's just okay with it. No, this is not okay. This is not okay. Again, I would love for residents who've been impacted either by the bus, the sidewalks being blocked off, and or you're trying to get into a shopping center, to be able to do, reach out to me, DM me, email miamigardensnow@gmail.com. Is it fenced off?
Yes, cut off. Go back around through the inside.
That's why I came over here, because I'm like, why is this fenced off? It doesn't make any sense. It's early in the morning. I understand the game is at 7:30 tonight, and this is fenced off. And so I spoke to those 2 security guards, and they said you have to walk in the street. Last game I spoke to the police officers. Mm-hmm. They had their police cars there. You have to walk in the street. Why? It doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna take advantage.
I mean, there was a bus that came. Watch out. There was a bus that just passed by, but I think it was 199 that just passed by.
I'm gonna go now.
And just be
Oh, there's a lady coming too. You're
all right,
gonna
be
cross
safe.
us all? Thank you.
No, be safe. You too. Be safe. Yeah, as you can see, this is what residents have to contend with. That's the only way, because it's completely blocked off, and they have to utilize that. Think about that. I think that's wild. And it's unacceptable. And no one should be okay with having residents walk in the street because, are you crossing? Okay. Come on. Yeah. So you shouldn't have residents walking in the street because they blocked off the sidewalk. What is this? You just saw firsthand for yourself. Someone, she tried to walk around. It was fenced in over here. It's fenced in right here. And now and she had to go back. She didn't want to go back that way because guess what? She has to go all the way around, right? And then come all the way back to 199th Street to get to the bus stop. Or she could take this, but maybe she's on a time crunch. I'm not sure. Nonetheless, just wanted to give you guys a heads up on this. Let's see. I'm going to just roll for a little more because there are a couple more people walking by. I don't know if they're going to have to walk in the street again, but we'll just capture them as they go from behind. I don't want to get their faces because, everyone doesn't want to be on camera. But yeah. So FYI, if you do have to walk here, if you know anyone who does take the bus and they have to take the bus here, please be advised that the sidewalks are blocked off. It's early in the morning and the sidewalks are blocked off. Why? It says bus stop closed, routes 27 and 199. Why? Why is it closed? People are utilizing the bus stops. People are utilizing the bus stops. So I'm going to take a look at this sign while I'm here. It says, due to a special event, this will not be serviced. Please wait for routes. Oh, sorry, too close. When I say communicate with the community, this is what I'm talking about. Communicate with the community. And unfortunately, that's something that's not being done. And we're going to get it done. Never fails. All right, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And, yeah, take care. I don't know if people can go. I don't think you can go that way. Yeah. I think folks are trying to walk. And, 7:30. Yeah. So even over there by 27th Avenue and 199th, I don't know if you guys can see the police cars right there. That area is completely fenced in. It's completely fenced in. So you can't even drive there, which I understand because of the last situation with Copa America. Yeah, you guys have to walk in the street. It's ridiculous. Yep. See? There you go. Watch out. Be careful. Yeah. You see this? I'm just showing you guys the real. I don't need to make up anything because guess what? Look at this. Look at this. People are in the street because where this grassy area is, they walk back here. Let me just show you real quick. They were trying to walk back here. However, it's a double fence. So it's a fence on both sides of the sidewalk. So it goes all the way around and it comes back in on 199. So you can't walk there at all. So, hold on. Let me go back here. And I'm just coming this way because it's a better perspective to show you when someone's trying to use the sidewalk that folks have to be in the street. Then when they get over there, they still can't go over there. If they're trying to get to the stadium because they have tags, they may or may not let them in. If they do let them in, they're going to have to go back that way. Right? It's wild. I'm going to get away from this guy because they might copyright my video. I'm not doing that. Yes, it is a shame. A hassle. Oh, I hope that's like your personal day or something like that, because this is, or sick day or something, because it's just ridiculous. Okay, they're crossing over to where the Dunkin' Donuts is. Okay, fine. Yeah, but if you were trying to get back on that sidewalk, you have to walk in the street because it's blocked off and there's like 4 or 5 police officers there. If you look at the last video I did, I had a conversation with the police officer, very nice man. Sorry, I can't think of his name right now. But he actually had about 4 or 5 police vehicles in the road that was blocking, blocked the right lane so that residents were able to at least walk safely somewhat without, the fear of getting hit. You see on this side, they have to look back because they're walking with traffic. And on that side, you're walking with traffic and or against traffic. But, yeah. Oh, okay, that's awesome. Because I know it's a real hassle, just trying to go. I was just trying to go to Aldi. Look, okay, here's someone right here. And he works. I can't see if you guys can see. All right, there's someone right there. And he's in the street. And he works. He's a volunteer for, I guess, the stadium. Or I don't know if he's wearing the volunteer uniform. And he's in the street right now. And he's going with traffic. And traffic is actually coming this way. You see? This is what I'm talking about. There's 3 security guards right here. You guys can't see them. 3 security guards. Always something here. Anyway, so with that being said, I just want to give you guys a heads up. Game starts at 7:30. If you have something to do today, please do what you have to do early today. They're expecting a large crowd because it's Colombia versus Portugal, right? And you have Ronaldo is going to be here from my understanding. I don't know if I thought he was out, but okay. I watch soccer a little tip, not that much. I'm a casual watcher. So, okay. There's somebody coming in the street. So, by all means, you see, this is Public Works from City of Miami Gardens. That deals with the sidewalk, by the way.
No, I'm going. He was like, okay, I'm going to the distance to get your feet above here.
You see what I'm talking about? And he works for the stadium. This guy right here, he works for the stadium, and he's in the street. And they okay with this. They're okay with it. Everybody's okay with this. Come on. Everybody's okay with the sidewalks being blocked off. And that guy actually works for the stadium, and he has to walk in the street. So there's someone in the median. I guess that's a little bit better. At least you're technically not in the street. You're in the street, but you're not. You could at least walk here, and then when it's cleared like here, you could run over to the bus stop if need be. I would just walk right there. If you can't run, I don't know what he's doing. Okay. But anyway. Okay, so what the purpose of the fencing, I don't know if you were aware that about a year and a half ago, there was a Copa America game at Hard Rock Stadium. It was, I'm sorry, I don't remember the teams. I know Colombia was one of the teams, and or maybe it's the same 2 teams. I'm not sure, but nonetheless. And it got real wild at the stadium, so much so they were tearing down the AC and they bombarded they were not prepared, put it this way. And so, okay, yeah, so it was a whole melee that happened at the stadium. They tore down, it was on all the news stations, like everywhere, CNN, it was just everywhere, how they tore up the stadium and just ran through everything. Is that the bus? And so, huh? Stop the bus! Yo! Okay. Look how he has to catch the bus. Poor man. He was trying to get to the bus, but because he was on he had to walk in the street. Luckily, the bus stopped. Thank goodness the bus saw someone and stopped. My apologies for screaming. I was trying to scream at them to tell him to wave at the bus so he could get to the bus. Oh my goodness. Terrible. So yeah, that's what happened there. However, in the community itself, and I have video that was recorded by residents, you had a lot of the fans that were parked in the homes, the yards of the homes, they were blocking the streets, so much so that residents had to end up being directing traffic. It was really bad. I'll put up the video just so you guys are able to see. And this is Miami-Dade County sheriffs in their golf carts. So that's essentially why it says it was bad. And even Walmart, put it this way, it was so bad Walmart had to close. Walmart had to close. It was that bad because they were everywhere. I mean, people were just everywhere doing everything. Everything that you would want to do as a resident and they would find you. That's what was happening at that event on that day, and no one said anything. They were barbecuing chicken. They had Modelo. When I tell you, they had Modelo beer stacked like this on the wall near 199th Street, and everybody's just like, and it was just a wild, chaotic mess, and it didn't look good for anyone. And so that's why they wanted to make sure that, because this is what is this, 8? I think it's 7 or 8 games we have here at this stadium. They wanted to ensure that it wouldn't get to that level. However, with that being said, when you do those things, you have to always take into consideration the people who live, because this is a residential area. This is not downtown. This is resident. These are houses right here. People live here, right here. These are backyards of where folks live. And so when you do these things, you have to remember it's residential area. On the other side of that wall right there on 199th Street is the library walking trail, but it's also, again, a residential area, Crestview and Rolling Oaks. And so folks use these sidewalks to get to the store, or they're going to church, or they're going to school, or they're going to the park, right? Or they're just walking for whatever reason, or they're coming to catch the bus. So with that being said, I know these security guards are like, why is she there? Well, they saw me here 3 days ago, so they shouldn't be surprised. I'm back again. And I will continue to be back again until something gets done. Conversation had. The next city council meeting, I would love for residents to come on out. Anyone who's been impacted to please show up to the city council meeting. Whenever there is a next city council members meeting, I will post it. And I want you, even if it's not your direct city council representative, it doesn't matter. They all vote on the same thing when they get to City Hall. So it doesn't matter if they're directly your city council person or not, you can still attend their meetings. And I want you guys to say how you were impacted, even if you had to take off work or whatever. I don't think you can go that way. It's blocked. So you have to go in the street, unfortunately. Watch out. Yeah. So, yep. So even the bicyclist has to get in the street. All right. So, yeah. And so that is essentially why these fences are here. But they have to remember that these sidewalks are not the width of the sidewalks that are on the side of Hard Rock Stadium. These sidewalks are half the size of what those sidewalks are. So when they put this on that sidewalk over there across the street, you can still maneuver. Here, you put it here, you can't do anything. Look. Anyway. All right, so that was essentially, and this is what it looks behind the wall for those who don't know, or who are like, what does it look back here? This is what it looks like back here. All right, so I am going to sign off. Oh, also, if you guys are interested, I'm not sure if I put it up, but I'll check and see if I put it in my stories. If I didn't, I will put it as soon as I get off. There is going to be a tour, a historic tour of Seat 3. So Seat 3 encompasses portions of, I think this side is Seat 3 where Walmart is on this side, south of 199th Street going south. And that encompasses where the Sunshine State Arch is, also where Bunch Park is, Scott Lake, Rolling Oaks, Crestview, those areas. if you're interested, I think they said they have a few seats left. You have to contact the email. I think it's Dayanara Torres. No, you know what? I think it's in the stories. Check my stories. It should be there. I'm pretty sure I said there were a few seats left. And jump on. It's free. It's in the community. It's tomorrow, 2 p.m. I think you have to be there by 1:30. And it's a 2-hour tour that's going to take place. So I think it'd be good for folks who are not aware of some of the history here in Miami Gardens. And there's a lot of history. And for those who know, I do have a nonprofit that all we do is we focus on local Black history. And I'll talk about that at another time. But yeah, there's a lot of history specifically here. And not specific to Black history, just history in general, because if you know who Bennett Lifter was, he was not Black, but Bennett Lifter was very instrumental in Lake Lucerne, the Lake Lucerne community, as well as where the Walmart is on 441. What is that area called? Cloverleaf. Those apartment buildings, he owned all of that. You know, the Fontainebleau Hotel, if you're aware of the Fontainebleau Hotel, he was instrumental in that. The street that's beside that Walmart over there, called Cloverleaf, is actually named after Bennett Lifter. So just a little bit of a history there for you. And Bunch Park itself was built for Black World War II veterans. You have a lot of their family members that are still there. So, but yeah, that's it. So just want to give you a heads up on that. And if you're interested, please contact them now. Like I said, the information is in my stories. Contact them and let them know that you're interested and see if there are any seats available. All right. Have a good day. Bye.